So guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to talk about data visualization with R. So we are going to plot different graphs using R, and I'll be plotting using a package called laser. So I have my data in a CSV format, so I'm going to import it using the write.csv function. So I'm going to use file.choose function also to select my file type. So I labeled it as project data. So it is. So for you to identify the variables in our data, so we need to use the names function so as to get the names of the variables in our data. So let's name that. So as you can see, we have the farmer's gender, chemical treatment, education, fertilizer, plowing using machine, word, age, size, seeds, applied fertilizer, and yields per hectare. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to import. First, let's select each and every variable. So let's say for gender is equals to. So to select a single variable, we use the $sign function to select a variable. So let's say that $sign gender. So if we run this one, then if we run gender, we'll have, so sorry, I've misspelled the word gender. So if we run gender, you'll see that we have male and female in our data set. So what we are going to do next, we are going to select fertilizer. And lastly, let's select seeds used per acre. So I'm going to work with gender, fertilizer, and seed only for the data analysis. So let's import a package called laser. I've already installed. If you're not installed the package, make sure you have installed before you use it. So I'm importing it using the library function. So let's see it finish import. So after importing our package, we'll use bar chart. Let's first visualize gender. So let's use a pie chart to visualize our gender, to see the percentage of male and female in our data. So if we plot it, as you can see, we have 30% are female and 70% are male. So laser usually gives you the best visualization, because if you just use as pie chart, pie gender, it can't give you the best visualization. So as you can see, we have an error there. So it's good for you if you want to plot a pie chart, use the laser function, then use a pie chart with a capital P and a capital C. So let's move forward now to plot the histogram for seed and fertilizer. So we use the function hist to plot histogram. So this is our histogram. So also you can give it a title, and let's say the X lab and Y lab. So let's give it a title of So we usually use the main function to give the title of a graph. So let's say fertilizer used per hectare, and you can also label our x lab, our x-axis using x lab. So let's say fertilizer quantity. So as you can see, we have the title of the graph as fertilizer used per hectare and also fertilizer quantity. So for you to have a better visualization so that you can see how many farmers used 100 kgs bags of fertilizer, and also how many farmers used 120, 130, and 150. We'll use the bar chart from Lazar, where we'll have capital B and capital C, and let's plot fertilizer. So as you can see, we have 100. We have 62% of the farmers using 100 kgs of fertilizer on their farm. Then 120, 125 16% of them use 125, and also we have 20% using 150. Also here we have the summary. So as you can see, we have 0.01, I guess, using 130 kgs of fertilizer. So moving forward now, let's plot the normal plot, the scatter plot of seed used per hectare. So let's say seed. So as you can see, we have the plot right here. So if you want to plot a line graph, you just use the function type for you to plot a line graph, and it is indicated by L. So we have it right here, and also you can label the title using the main function, and also the x-axis and y-axis using the y lab and x lab. So let's now. So as you can see, you don't have the better visualization of this data, because you cannot tell how many farmers used, let's say 9 kg, 10 kg, 11 kg to 14 kg. So what we need to do, you can use also the bar chart from Lazar to get the better visualization of our data, which give us the percentage and the distribution of the farmers. So let's say bar chart. Now we are going to visualize seed. So as you can see, we have here 9%, 6% of the farmers used 9 kgs of the seed, and then 56% of the farmers used 10 kgs, 7% used 11 kgs, 24% used 12 kgs, and moving forward. So we can also label it the x and y axis also. So I guess using Lazar to analyze your data is basically a simplest way and best way for you to visualize your data and get a clear response. So also we can also plot the box plot for, let's say, seed. From Lazar. So this one, so the box plot, this one indicates the lower quartile, not the lower quartile, but the minimum value of our data, and this one is the maximum value. And here we have the third quartile, and this one is the lower quartile, and this one is the median. So also Lazar also gives you the summary. As you can see here, we have 98 observation, and missing values are 0. Then total giving you a total of 98 observation. So we have the mean of our data is of said is 10.68. Then we have the standard deviation also. Then we have the interquartile range, that is 2.0. Skewness is 1.0. And also we have the minimum value. So this is the minimum value, which is 9, and the median value, which is 10. Then we have our third quartile. The third quartile is 12. Uh, is 12. Then the upper value, or the maximum value of our data is 14. So give using a laser give you the best visualization. You need to visualize your data using laser. If you compare the box plot from laser and the normal box plot, so let's plot the normal box plot. So as you can see, the normal box plot doesn't give you the summary of your data. It only gives you the maximum value, the lower value, and also the median and the quartiles. So the first quartile and the third quartile. So what I advise you to do, you need to install your package laser and visualize your data using laser for you to get a better analysis of your data. So guys, again, we can plot a 3D scatter plot, and plotting a 3D scatter plot, you'll need a package known as a scatterplot 3D. So if you have not installed the packages, you can just you can install it easily by clicking packages. Then right here, after clicking packages, you will click on install. Then window will pop up for you to install. So guys, for me, I've already installed, so I'll be importing it. So I'm going to use the function library to import. So this is the window which will pop up for you to install your package. So you'll right here a scatterplot 3D for you to install. Then you'll click on install for you to install that package. So for me, I've already installed, so I'm going to import it using the library function, that is scatterplot 3D. So after importing, I'm going to plot a scatterplot on. I'm going to use two variables, that is seed and fertilizer. So scatterplot 3D function, I'll be plotting seed and fertilizer. So I'm going also to give it a PCH of 18. I'll be telling you more about PCH on my next video, and also you can also give it let's say color to be, let's say, orange. And finally we can give it a main title, that is main actually indicates the title. Let's scatterplot 3D. So that is it. So if we run it now, you can see we have a 3D scatterplot of the fertilizer and the seed. So guys, that's how we plot the 3D scatterplot in R. So I'll be telling you more and more about the graphs as we move on. So if you are not subscribed, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel for more and more videos to come.